Welcome back, guys. Harry here, known as Trade Shop. Exciting video today. We have a lot to talk about with Bitcoin. Not a lot, but it's pretty simple and clear. Some targets, what I'm looking for, and also we're going to have a look at Qtum. Since that has been talked about in one of our weekly videos, I did TA on it and we had very good analysis on fundamentals, and that has had amazing returns. Just going to have a look at that and what I expect, and also have a look at YFI. People saying that's getting ready to move. A lot of talk about that, and I want to have a look at it in a TA perspective. So let's get straight into it. Bitcoin came down here, as I said, as soon as, we're in a range. I was expecting downside resolution. We got that downside resolution, hitting my first price target of here at 55,785, and even getting a bit lower. Now bouncing off that area, off this block here, which is known as an order block. We're bouncing nice, bouncing off that area. But again, now I don't remain bullish until we take out the last high, right, which is all the way at 59,000. And you can see we're actually doing a resistance flip support here. A support flip resistance, and we could see price come back down. As soon as it takes out this low here, we could expect price to come down to my lower targets. Now I do expect price to base out somewhere around 54,000, around between here 55.2 and 54, maybe even one swipe down here to 54 flat. And that is on the basis of many factors. One of the factors is that the CME has a gap down here, and that's coming in around 55.5, and with the premium on it, it will be like 55.4. But we are getting a nice bounce off this trend line on the CME, which is very interesting, right? And so there is always the possibility that price would base here and continue up and onwards, and then we would have nice tests of this trend line, which you can see very clearly continuing up and onwards and actually confirm our breakout. But of course, I do, there is a possibility and a more likelihood that we could come down. But again, for me to get bullish again, I do need price to get above that 59, preferably this 59.7 area, right? And then if it comes down here, also the other thing is on the daily. If you look at the 50 moving average, which has been an underused moving average and not used by many people, we can see price basing off it has been great, right? And it's huge opportunities, and it normally catches exactly the wicks, right? Not the closures, it catches the wicks. So it's a great opportunity when price ends up coming down here, and you can see it holds nice returns from that area, right? Like a nice 17%. So where's that coming in at? 54,500, right? So that's why it's a huge area. Also on the daily, that is this daily support here. So looking at structure, we are getting supported by this next structure here. But if we were to reject at our resistance here, we could expect to come down to our next support. And I do think we base at this support, right? Now we'll have a quick look at Ethereum on the other hand, and just see what Ethereum is doing. Looking at Ethereum, it's doing the same thing, right? We can see having a bounce here, but if Ethereum does break below the support, we have a possibility to come down all the way to 1711, right? Which is of course a possibility, but again, on the higher time frames, our last significant higher low is all the way down here at 1576, and I wouldn't be bearish until it breaks that, of course, right? So it's looking constructive still, and I'm not bearish as a whole for the long term. Same thing goes for Bitcoin. Yeah, we are getting a bit tired in this formation here, but it's doing something reminiscent of 2013 where we go sideways for a while, and it's having a cool off, which I believe is healthy, So with that being said, I'll get into our altcoins. Let's look at Qtum TUM. There we go, and let's have a look. So this is where we were looking at it, and I said we had a clear resistance here. And if we did break above that resistance, we got a break and retest, and this was your amazing opportunity. Let me turn that off. This was your amazing opportunity to get in, right? And I do believe I gave in some price targets and some areas of interest, right? So you can see that, okay, it's not a perfect break and retest, but it is a break and retest, right? And to be honest, where would I have scaled in? You can see here clearly what we had is we had this resistance. The resistance broke, right? You could see this as an ascending triangle like so. As soon as that resistance broke, you don't want to get in right up here, right? Because there's no point. So you wait for price to come down, create a support. At the end of the day, that support is still supporting a bullish trend. As soon as you get the confirmation, you're in at this point. And if you got in at this point, you can see that price really did reward you very, very nicely. And that's why I tell you guys to keep an eye on these alts, right? And I give you these buy-in targets, and it's, it hit my first target here, had a tiny pullback, and now, absolutely exploded through the different targets here. So it's nice to see that happen, and congratulations to whoever has been concentrating, because from that buy-in you would have got, like, I think this is a 200% increase, right? Which is very, very healthy and something really nice to see, which is, yeah, 120, so a 2x, a nice 2x, and even a bit above there. And I really like to see how price action can resolve out of this base, right? And some more price targets, there's nowhere to draw it. I mean, this is straight up, we could easily come all the way back down to 10. Look at where Stokes are. They are turning down, but they have this really messy regression here, which looks like it's very soon to break, right? And you can see that happening very, very, very soon. And as soon as that break, I expect a deeper correction. But also, let's go see what the hype is about YFI. People are expecting a move soon. Let's see if I agree with that, and what the TA says, because that's what I bring to you, right? So I'm going to do a full analysis. Haven't looked at the chart yet. I might want a better chart. Let's see who's going to have a better chart. Maybe I can trust KuCoin. No, I don't like KuCoin. KuCoin can go away. I am just going to OKX. Also can go away. We'll just go with Binance. I don't need that much, and this will do. It is moving as we speak. So how you mark up a chart, guys? We have a clear resistance formed. We have a clear support formed. Well, we can say our next support is here. This is our range. 85% chance to fill this range now. Dropping to lower time frame. Let's go on the 4-hour momentum. Looks like it does want to cross down. Nice high-low structure. Yeah, I mean, this was your opportunity, was yeah, that was your opportunity, was this formation here, which you can see was dragged all the way from here and looks something like that. 3 tests, boom, breakout, easy, simple. That was your opportunity. Daily stocks very up. Might look for a small correction soon. So again, guys, when we have these breakouts similar to what we saw on Qtum, what would we have? We can have that price come back. As long as price is not closing back within the range, I look at this area here at 39,851 as an opportunity if we get a bullish closure confirming price to continue up, right? So I would wait obviously for a pullback, right? Don't FOMO in here. Wait for a pullback, wait for the bullish confirmation. As long as we're not closing below 39,851, then we're still valid for price to continue up. And then it's an obvious area to manage risk, right? And now that I say for price to continue up, where do I expect it to continue up to? This is what also I can give you a target for, right? So obviously we would want to get past all-time high. After all-time high, we have a small pullback target. I'm just going to call that pullback target around all-time high, somewhere in the middle there. And then your next target is, all the way up at 64,000. So, pretty decent. Again, keep in mind, stocks are up there. Wait for a pullback. And weekly, it is turning up from a good area, right? So this does look good in the long term. And just having a look at weekly structure, delete all of this rubbish. Jesus. Go away, go away, go away, go away, and go away. Yeah, if the weekly does close in 3 days above, and keep this in mind, guys, if the weekly does close 43,454, I do expect continuation. Not immediately, pull back, make its lower wick. If you notice, 95% of candles, 98 I would say, have a lower wick, lower wick, lower wick, lower wick, lower wick. You get the story. So let it make its lower wick, and on the smaller time frames, that'll be your pullback, and then you can get a move up. With that being said, remember, guys, take care, trade sharp, and until tomorrow, peace.